Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Feri Ramadhan Azhari, and so today I will explain about the chapter 3, taking effective notes and avoiding plagiarism, from book How to Write a BA Thesis by Charles Lipson. So the first one is effective note taking. Focus on key article related on your topic. When starting your research, it is important to read and focus on the most relevant books, articles, and sources that directly relate to your thesis topic. This helps avoiding wasting time on irrelevant material. So the book taught us that we should focus on what matters. By studying, reading the articles and books that are most relevant to your topic, don't waste time on sources that won't help you. Look for key studies, theories, or data that directly relate to your thesis question. So your reading is always purposeful. Yes. And the second one is summarize main point in your own words. So when you take note, don't just copy paste from the source. Summarize the ideas in your own words. This way, you'll understand the material better, and it also be easier to use when you're writing your thesis. Plus, it also will help you avoiding accidentally copying someone else's work. So the third one is develop insight and ideas from the reading. So if an idea or question comes to you while you reading, write it down right away. So this this thought might this thought might run into valuable insight for your thesis. So then let them slip away. Jadi misalkan kalian sedang membaca sesuatu dan kalian menemukan suatu interest, langsung ditulis. Jadi supaya ide itu tidak langsung hilang. And it also could help even spark new of ways looking at you for your later topic. So uh, the last one is use a system like key quotes to distinguish quotes from paraphrase content. So when you use direct quote from a source, mark it clearly on your notes on simple way in using Q and the page number so you can easily identify where the quote come from. This help you keep track of what quote and what's your own summary, which is important for avoiding plagiarism. So the book told us that when you read something, so and you want to take a note, mark it with a Q citation. Jadi misalkan kalian sedang ingin mark sesuatu, cukup tulis Q aja, so kalian bisa cari lagi ke depannya. So the next one is plagiarism prevention. So first one, always cite source when using others' ideas or data. So whenever you use someone else's ideas, research or data, always knowledge the source. Plagiarism is a serious issue in academic, and even if you don't mean to, failing to cite can be a mistake that easily avoided. So the second one is use quotation mark for direct quotes and provide citations. So also the book taught us if you read if you're using someone else exact word exact, so put them in quotation mark and cite the source immediately. So this make it clear that you're borrowing his word, not so it clarify it is not your word, it his word. And the third one is paraphrase in your own word, avoiding close imitation of the original. So when paraphrasing, make sure you use your own language. Don't change just a few words. And don't change like from here and here and here. So truly paraphrase the idea in your own way while keeping the meaning intact. So this uh this this show you to understand the material and keeps your work stay original. And the last one, avoid overusing direct quotes, paraphrase when possible. So the book also taught us, so while quotes can be powerful, using too many can make your paper feel like it's just collection of other people's ideas. Use quote when the original word is uh, use quotes when original wording is important. But otherwise, paraphrase and present the ideas in your own word. So yeah, this way will make your thesis feel more cohesive. So the next one from the chapter 3 is review and organize notes. The first one, regularly review and organize notes to speak new ideas. So going over your notes every so often help keep the information fresh in your mind. Uh, it also gives you a chance to make connection between different reading, which will help you to start writing your thesis. So don't just file them away. Take them out and refresh your memory as your research progress. And the second one, add your critical thoughts and reflection in brackets. So make sure it's clear when you're jotting down your own ideas versus the ideas you've gotten from your source. So simple way to do this is to put where your comment in bracket or use a different color. So this way will help you avoid confuse when you go to your notes later. So the last one is ensure your note are well organized for easily retrieval. So uh, keep your notes organized. That in simple way. So whether you use digital tool or physical notebooks, or organization is a key. Group of your note by them or topic and make sure they're easy to find when you need them. So if you're using a computer, for example, consider using folders and or not taking apps with text for easy researching. So nowadays we have Google Keep Notes to use it more easier. So now I'll explain about the chapter 4 from the book, Refining Your Topic, Writing a Proposal and Beginning Research. So the first one, refining your thesis topic. Start with a broad topic, then narrow it down to manageable research question. So the first one, start broad, then narrow it down to manageable research question. So it's easy to get excited about a broad topic, but you need to narrow it down to something specific and focus. Work with your advisor to turn your general idea into research question that is both interesting and feasible within the time and resource you have. So the second one is work with your advisor to ensure your topic is focused and feasible within available time. So your advisor is to guide you in making sure your topic is both manageable and meaningful. So they will help you refine it further, ensuring that uh, it, your topic is focused enough to explore in detail that you can complete the work within the available time frame. And the last one is a success, successful thesis should address a relevant specific question that can be answered with available data. So your thesis should to explore a question. So your topic should aim to explore a question that you find interesting. So that's what is it. So that's what worth it. But it also has to be something you can actually answer res- with the research you have, such as book, articles, or data available for your research. So the next one from chapter 4 is setting goals for your thesis. So before we write the thesis, we have to set the goal before to write it down. The first one is define what you want to achieve, understanding a topic in depth, contributing new insight, or applying theoretical knowledge to real world problems. So the first step is define your goals. What do you hope to achieve with your thesis, or are you aiming to understand a topic in depth, add new insight to your field, or apply theories to real world situations? So you need to clarify your goal. Will help you stay focused on guide your research in the right direction. So the second one, what you need to do is be clear about whether the thesis is a requirement or if it's path toward future graduate studies or career goals. So be clear on the purpose when before you read your thesis. Uh, why we need to clear on the purpose? Because your thesis, if your thesis is a requirement for graduation or it is something will help you move forward with your career graduate studies, so knowing the purpose will help shape you, how you approach the research and writing process. If it is of your academic path, it could help you build a foundation for future studies or career plans. So the next one is working with your advisor. So the book told us how to work with your advisor. So the first one is set a schedule for a regular meeting with your advisor. Uh, regular regular meeting with your advisor are crucial to keeping your thesis on track. Decide together how often you should meet, what time you should meet, and what work best for both of you. How you should communicate between meetings. For example, if you meet someone who communicates with more academic language, so you have to use more academic language, for example. So the second step is bring 2 copies of your work for discussion, one for you and one for your advisor. So the book told us that bring 2 copies for your work to meeting. The book told us that always bring you 2 copies of your written work when meeting with your advisor. It's one for you and it's one for your advisor. So this will make this will make it easier to discuss specific point about confusion and ensures you both have a copy to refer during the meeting. So the last one is keep communication about expectation for draft formats and submission timelines. So clear communication about how your advisor want to draft submitted. For example, if your advisor want the draft submitted by email or by printed, and why they need to submit will help avoid confusion. So discuss the best way to share material and make sure you're aligned on deadlines or formats. So the last one from the chapter is writing a proposal. First one is outline your thesis topic, the research question, your methodology, and the significance of your research. So your proposal should clearly explain your thesis topic, the research question you want to explore, how you plan to conduct your research, and why your topic is important. So it should provide a roadmap for your research and demonstrate that you have a solid plan. So the second one is your proposal should clearly state what you plan to achieve and how you intend to approach the research. So don't just make it general overview. Your proposal should explain exactly how you're going to answer your research question and yeah, something like that. So the more detail, the more guidance you'll get from your advisors, or on improving your proposal. So the last one is building your reading list. So the first step you need to do before building your reading list is continuously build and refine your reading list based on the literature as the literature you find useful. So as you dive into your research, continuously update your reading list. So this will help you stay organized and ensure that you're always working with most relevant materials. Your list will evolve as you narrow down your topic and discover new resources. So the second one is regularly discuss the reading with your advisor to get feedback and additional recommendation. So talk talk to your advisor about the reading you're doing. So they can offer advice on which sources are most important, help you avoid less useful ones, and suggest additional reading to support your research. So that's all from me. And if there any mistaken word, I'm so sorry. And last I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.